Now, today we are only talking about the 3 that have trended out that you should avoid like the plague, as well as 3 that I wish would trend out and I, for sure, avoid like the plague. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, best-selling co-author of the Snow and Her 7 Seals series, and on this channel we talk all about romance writing, specifically for newbie and aspiring romance authors. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Monday. First of all, what is a romance trope? Well, it is simply a literary device to bring 2 characters together for the purpose of love. There needs to be a reason why these 2 are crossing paths, why they are coexisting in the same sphere of the universe, why they are always running into each other, because previously they were both leading separate lives, independent of each other. Even if they worked in the same building or lived right next door to each other, there would be no reason for them to be physically around each other and then obviously building a romance. Now, today we're going to only talk about the top 3 that have trended out, because just like people tell you maybe not to write to trends if you don't write fast, you should definitely not write these trends at all, no matter what your speed of writing is. However, if you want to know what the top 10 most popular romance tropes are, I have a totally separate video, and I will leave a link below to that, and it's called the top 10 most popular romance tropes. All right, so the first one is the bad boy billionaire who is a really strong alpha male. Maybe he is a playboy or all of the above. And the girl who comes along and is able to break through that icy exterior. These are so gone. You don't even want to go the billionaire route. Not that your guy can't be rich and a billionaire, but that shouldn't be the trope going on. Now, for sure, this was very popular with 50 Shades of Grey, which is a BDSM as well. That is a subgenre. BDSM is not dead. I'm just saying the billionaire bad boy romance is gone, as well as number 2, which is Stepbrother. So this was the forbidden love where there are 2 siblings that are not related at all by blood, so they're not half sister or half brother. It is simply just a parents that got together and married each other with children from previous marriages. So these were so hot, you could not write these fast enough, but that was like half a decade ago, or maybe even a decade ago. The third one is tattoos, like that hardcore biker guy, like Sons of Anarchy, where they're sleeved in tattoos, possibly a lumbersexual with tons of facial hair, or dressed like Paul Bunyan. And this is another version of the bad boy billionaire, where these are just really tough blue collar, like masculine, sort of strong dudes, and those also have just gone away. So no more tattoos, no more rich billionaires in suits, and no more step siblings getting together. Now, which 3 do I personally never ever write? These haven't really trended out. In fact, they're kind of popular. The first one is second chance romance. And that is when 2 people broke up, moved on with their lives, but for whatever reason, maybe she went back home to her hometown because her relative, her mom or her dad is sick, or the business is having trouble, so she's coming back home to save it. And oh, by the way, there's her high school sweetheart or the guy that left her at the altar, and they get back together. And personally, I think this sends a wrong message to women everywhere that they should just not move on with their lives. They shouldn't move forward. And after the breakup, they should just keep the flame going and hope that this person and her cross paths again and they can get back together. I think this is the worst romance trope in the entire world, whether it is fiction or it is real life. So I personally never watch it. I never write it. I don't even mention it. None of my couples or any of the surrounding supporting cast of characters would ever get together like this. Now, the second one is going to be secret babies. So I also don't believe in secret babies. I don't think women should have babies, keep it a secret from the father for whatever reason, run off, raise the child for 2, 3, 5, 10 years, whatever it is, and then come back later and finally tell him because they are either forced to or they decide it's time to tell them, or the daughter or son wants to learn more about their dad, and then they act all surprised that the guy is angry. Of course he's angry. I don't know. This whole secret baby thing to me is just wrong. Maybe it's because I'm adopted. So I don't know, honestly, who my real birth parents are, but I would like to think that my I shouldn't say real, but my biological father at least had a chance to know and then made a conscious decision to give me up for adoption versus like there's just somebody out there in the universe that doesn't even know that I exist. Like, I just think that is unfair. And not at all romantic. And the third one is recycling your best friend's ex or your sister's ex. I don't get this. Like, does anybody listen to the girl code anymore? There are billions of people in the universe. And this is the one guy you want is the one that it didn't work out with them. Even if she's no longer in love with them, just find somebody new. You don't have to be with this person. That is, there's no such thing as soulmates. You can have many people that you can get along with and be very happy with. So maybe I'm giving dating advice right now, but I don't think this is a good romance or sends a good message to anybody, especially because I don't believe in second chance romance. So I would like to think that the reason that someone is moving on is so that they can move on with their lives. And if their best friend in the whole world or their sister is now married or dating their ex, how can they really move on? And why didn't it work out with the first person? Like, these are things that I personally, as a reader and a writer and just a person in life, don't like. So let's recap this list. So the first three were things that have trended out, and that is the bad boy billionaire, the stepbrother, and the tattoo guy. And the top three that I really wish would trend out, and just for my personal branding and reasons I would never write about, is second chance romance, secret baby, and the third one is recycling your best friend's or your sister's ex. All right, so that is the list for today. Make sure to go watch the 10 most popular romance tropes if you did not see that. And I hope everybody is having a happily ever after day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.